put a price on keeping a client happy. That's how VPO customer Paul Buckley responded when asked about our construction project management solutions value. According to Paul, VPO is a welcome relief from expensive, inflexible, hard-to-use enterprise solutions that require an IT department to administer. He and his team at Answer Advisory are optimizing client experience while maximizing their own ROI. And for construction managers like Paul, that combination is invaluable. A certified construction manager and registered engineer, Paul Buckley has 40 years of experience in design, construction, and project management. He and his colleagues specialize in providing program, project, and construction management services on capital improvement projects for public and private sector clients across the United States. When Answer Advisory needed a custom solution to streamline its project documentation and management processes in a user-friendly way that enabled mobile and secure cloud access, the company chose VPO. Paul has led his team to construction management success by leveraging our unique agile software and services solution that delivers custom advantages while dramatically reducing costs. Answer Advisory has gained favorable outcomes through partnership with VPO, winning and satisfying clients by providing real-time, portfolio-wide views and eliminating the major financial drain of using hefty enterprise software. Buckley also says that learning how to use VPO was quick and easy for everyone on the team. As Paul and Answer are finding with VPO, you're not just getting a product, you're getting a partner. You're the expert on managing your project and your team. We're the SharePoint and Microsoft 365 experts who've consulted on construction project management for over 3 decades. Help us understand your unique goals and needs, and we'll tailor VPO so that it's truly yours. Plus, since VPO is a full-service solution, we'll provide administration, training, and support for your entire project team. VPO. Build better together.
This is Answer's unique portfolio screen. This is the way that we've decided to design our interface with our clients based on our client base and our clients' needs. What you're looking at right now is our homepage or our Answer Advisory portfolio homepage. And you can customize what we call the project center. And this is where you can see several different projects listed right there. There's quick links and all sorts of ways that you can customize the information on the portfolio page, depending on the information you want to display for yourself, your users, and your clients. As far as the portfolio is concerned, one of our biggest clients is the County of Orange, and they have a division. We do a lot of landfill work. Well, when you're doing a program for an agency, you want them to only see their projects. So we created a custom portfolio. So when a user from this agency or the designer on this project or the program, logs in, they see only their agency's projects. So it's very, very customizable. There's no confusion as to where their projects are. They have unique links that take them directly to their projects. So let's move to the main homepage on one of the projects, which is the San Mateo landfill for the county of San Bernardino. And what you'll see is across the top, we have a menu bar, right? And it goes from the home, which we've showed you, calendars, there's project directory, which is, all of the directories, but project information. The project workflows is where we spend most of our time, and we'll get into that in a minute. We have a contracts tab, and then a bunch of document libraries for the things that relate to project workflows, but it's a repository of most of the critical information. And then we have tabs for reaching out to VPO support should we need it. So what you're seeing right here on this screen is a home screen for the project. Again, completely customizable with the information that you want to present to your project team. And it can be a click of a buttons to show the information. And it's real time. On this particular page, we have a contract schedule, a basic executive level contract schedule at the top. We have RFIs, we're tracking the status of submittals, and then change orders. but again, completely customizable. Now, getting into, we're only going to touch on a couple of the things here, but in California, according to public contract code, we're supposed to provide the contractor on a weekly basis a report called a weekly statement of calendar days or working days, depending on the contract. And we were able to sit down with VPO, and again, this is unique to California Public Contract Code, and you can track your milestones. So we use this. This is just your screen that you're seeing, but there's a way to get in, and on a weekly basis, you update the date, and it'll print out a very nice report that you can share with the contractor on a weekly basis that keeps not only the contractor, but the owner and everybody else in tune with exactly where we are along the project timeline. And that fulfills that need. The next thing we're going to go to is the project information tab. Now, as a consultant, it's very hard for, I also do business development for my firm, right? And everybody goes out and does the project. And at the end of the project, you're going after the next project and you're trying to gather all the critical information, who the client was, who the project manager was, the details of that project. And it's been horrendous trying to go back to the construction manager or the project manager on that project and pull something together for marketing purposes. Well, I require all my PMs at the beginning of the project to fill out this basic information here in this part of the software. And Laura has developed a way for me to export this information to a Word document in Answers format that pulls this into a nice project profile sheet that we can use in a number of business development ways. The next one is really our project workflow menu. Everything, we're going to focus on the submittals here, but everything in this particular menu has a back and forth review, a collaboration or a workflow between multiple team members for review and or approvals. So we're going to click on the submittals here. It'll pull up a bunch of logs. You can see across the top that there are several different formats. You can create a custom format of this data and sort it any way you want without having to call VPO support and have them do it for you. You can get in there, and these are all the ones that we've created, but I know we're not going to get into it on this presentation, but any of my guys can go in and add the different data fields they want to see in a particular report on the fly. Again, without having to contact IT, without having to interrupt anybody else. Now we're getting into a specific submittal, and it's got your general information, the spec section, the type of the submittal, etc. And then you can see where we have all the attachments. So you, at any point, and this goes for any of our workflow menus, there is places where you get attachments submitted by the contractor, either via email or etc., many different options, and you can attach all of your documents in one place specific to that submittal or that RFI item, which makes it very convenient to find the information. It's all right there. One of the things that we have implemented that I find unique and very, very beneficial is a discussion tab. This is where the information that you would typically see in your meeting minutes or your meeting agendas when you're discussing the status of submittals or RFIs or change orders, you're tracking the latest discussion and action items for a particular item on a daily basis. And this is where you would keep your notes. So in the past, we used to have to do our meeting agendas and meeting minutes in a Word document. And it would take quite a bit of effort to go through the status of each of the current issues that you wanted to discuss in a weekly meeting and update that discussion for the record. We do that now directly in the item, the submittal or the RFI item, etc. And this is being done real time throughout the week so that when we actually do our meeting minutes, it's very quick to create that document. Now, staying with the submittal, we have the review tab. And in the review tab, Laura, can you go into the edit for a minute? Mm-hmm. If you edit that document, you can see that the that the fields open up, and it gives you the ability to revise a submittal status, add reviewers' comments, add or look at attached documents. We have electronic signatures to get approvals. Ball in court, that's the typical way that we assign the ball in court or the responsibility for the action item. And then you can CC anybody else you want, which we found very unique. Most of the other systems out there have a very rigid workflow that if somebody in that workflow chain doesn't respond, everybody else is locked out. This way, we have one primary ball in court, but you can CC as many people as you need to within the team, so you can keep processes moving or keep the team informed. And then the last, go back to the meeting minutes, Laura, which is in our document library. And this is something that we have streamlined. This is our meeting minute log. We've streamlined the ability to make our agendas and our meeting minutes. So our meeting agendas are nothing more than a series of reports printed out from each of our workflow modules. And they're just stacked in a particular order. And again, all of the information that you're going to see is pulled from the discussion items. So Laura, if you can go down just a little, there's the statement of working days report that we talked about earlier. We pull information from the internet, especially when it comes to weather. And then we get into our budget status report. So this is we didn't cover it in the earlier in the presentation, but this pulls information from the contract module, and it gives everybody in our meetings, especially the owner, a forecasted cost to complete, estimated cost to complete. It tracks executed change orders, pending change orders, and potential changes. Now, this is a particular customized report that I require. It's the way I do business, and it's the way my clients want me to do business. Laura was able to customize this report for me, and she can do that for anybody else as well. We attach our contractor schedules just for look-ahead discussion. But from here on out, you are seeing customized reports sorted in different formats, and all of the discussion comes from each of those individual items. So again, the bulk of everything you're seeing is not something typed into a Word document right before the meeting or the day before. This is all nothing more than just a bunch of reports printed the morning of the meeting and put together in a specific order. And it encompasses all the information we've ever needed.